Ladies and gentlemen, this is a review for you guys for your skeletal test tomorrow. As you can see in front of you, you have your key for your entire packet, and that means the entire thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is also found on your Edmodo in PDF form, so no excuses. That packet should be completed by tomorrow. So, you need to know for tomorrow your skeletal system. You need to know your phalanges, also known as your fingers. You need to know your carpals, which are your wrist bones, ladies and gentlemen. Those are going to be right at the wrist. Following that, your scapula, also known as your shoulder blades. Your costals, known as your ribs. For those who speak Spanish, think of your costals as your costillas, right? Those ribs that you eat, same thing, costals. We're going back to that Latin term that we were talking about before in medical world. Most of the medical terms that we have are based on Latin. So you got 24 ribs or 12 pairs. No, the misconception of men having more ribs than females is not true. We all have the same amount. Your vertebra, which is right here, is your spine, also known. Remember, in between your vertebra, you have this cartilage, so it helps you move from side to side and back to forward. Because if they were stacked completely on each other, it would cause a lot of pain. Remember, what also goes in between that vertebra, your spine, are those nerves. So beware that you have to have some flexibility, and that's why you have that nice cushion called cartilage. Your pelvis. Remember how to recall this one. Elvis shakes his pelvis. That's how you're going to remember those hip bones. Your sacrum, that's this part back here. Do not put that with your coccyx. Those are two different parts. Sacrum is the whole portion. The little tailbone that you know of, that's your coccyx bone. The patella, also known as your kneecap, ladies and gentlemen. You have two kneecaps. This protects that movement behind it, which is from your femur, which is 19, to your fibula. Fibula is fibula is in the back. Your tibia is in the front. Tibia, fibula. Then you have your tarsals, which are your ankle bones, followed by your metatarsals, which think of it as the base of your foot, and then your toes, which are your phalanges. I also sent you via Edmodo a throwback from, I think it's archaeology.com. They actually have a picture of a fake toe. A reason why your phalanges on your feet are the most fragile bones in our body. However, because we wear shoes now, it's not an issue, but these are the ones that are most commonly broken. And for the Egyptians, because they were so commonly broken, they rather just actually cut it off and put a fake one, or what we call a prosthetic. There is no way really to help heal a finger or a toe phalange. Reason why, all they do is they tape it to the next toe. Only way we can do for that. Okay, on the right side we have our cranium, also known as our head, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to know the xiphoid processes. I'm not going to ask you that, or your temporal or your frontal. All you need to know is the cranium, which is your skull. Your mandible is the bottom part of your jaw. This locks in. There's a little xiphoid process here that actually connects them together. You can see that in my skull if you were able to find it. Your clavicle is also those collarbones that you have. If these break, it's a little uncomfortable because this is also connected to your scapula, and when you move your shoulders or you move your back, your clavicle moves also. So the only way to heal a collarbone is to immobilize, which means not to allow to move any part of that. They would put them all together and ask you not to move it. That includes this one here, which is your humerus, because of that it connects to it and it can lift up your collarbone. All of that would be immobilized. They would want you not to move any of it. Your sternum is right here in the middle, that yellow portion. We also call it what an EMT, an emergency medical technician, will do is actually create a rub on it. So they would take their knuckle and rub against your sternum to see if you feel that pain. If you feel that pain, you're not unconscious. If you feel that, or you don't feel that pain, we know you're unconscious, and then they would do whatever they need to do to make sure that you are revived if necessary. The humerus is the arm, and which is the most common broken bone. This one is the most fragile. This is the most common broken. Two different things. Ulna. Your ulna goes from the outside of your pinky to the top of your humerus. So it's on the outside. Think of your pinky. Pinky is where your ulna is. Your radius, which is number 16 here, attaches to your thumb line, okay? That's how you're going to remember it. And I'll put up another video showing you how I remember ulna and your radius. Coccyx bone, that's that tailbone again. No, it does not wag or move when you're happy. None of that. It's just there. Your metacarpals, these are your hand bones. Think of the bones in your palm. Those are the ones of your metacarpals. Your femur, this is your longest and strongest bone, ladies and gentlemen. Again, your fibula, your tibula, and your tarsals. So, I'm going to stop it there and then move on to what you need to know. You obviously need to know your skeletal system and these 23 skeletal bones, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know for the rest of your exam as well. Okay.